Located in the southeast corner of Ben Rifle Hall is Jack's Cupboard, a resource that provides food to students, no questions asked. Those looking for food can bring in their student ID and take home non-perishable foods to ensure that they do not go hungry. Here today to talk about Jack's Cupboard is Chris Caberline and Amanda Houston. Thanks for being here today, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jack's Cupboard, how did this first come about?
So I think the university has been prepped for this, and I think that there's been a lot of interest in doing this. But Cass Williams and I, in July, sat down and had some coffee, and we were talking about things that we could do for the institution. And we knew that this was an issue and it had been coming up. So we said, let's work on it and let's see what we can get done. And so that's where it all started. And then Cass and I reached out to Jennifer McLaughlin, because she does the Food Recovery Network. And we thought that would be a great pairing. So the three of us kind of got together and really talked about who else needed to be at the table, what else did we need to do, what did we need. And so then each of us put out tentacles to other people on campus, and it just started rolling from there.
When you talk about things that you're wanting to do for the university and the Food Recovery Network, is there a food insecurity issue at SDSU, or what do you know about that?
So we've had knowledge that students have been in need of food. And we also know that there's some students who are in need of housing as well. But food seems to be one of those things that we're a little more aware of, particularly because of the Food Recovery Network. But along the same lines, over in Multicultural Affairs, they have a room where they have put food, and so they know that a lot of students have come in there and taken non-perishable food. So they know that it's a concern. We still are trying to discover how much of a concern it is here, but we know nationally there's a new report out by the federal government that talks about an epidemic happening with college students, and that over 40% of college students have some issue with food insecurity.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
You said you and Cass started talking about this in July. How long have you been open?
So we started in November. One of the things that we did with our group, and that includes Amanda here as well, was that we thought about when we could get it open, because we had been working as a committee and figured that just before Thanksgiving made sense, because Kathy Erdman-Becker, who works with the Pack the Pantry, usually it goes downtown, decided to buy into this. And so she, as one of the critical members, helped us be able to get Jack's Cupboard off the ground.
So I'm a part of the Food Recovery Network here on campus, and Jennifer McLaughlin reached out to myself and a couple other students kind of towards the end of the summer and asked, we're looking to start a food pantry. What do you think? Would you want to get involved? And of course I did. And so really we started that committee right when the school year started. And as much as I believed in Jack's Cupboard and believed in all the cool people that were helping with it, I thought we were crazy, that there was no way we could actually be open by Thanksgiving or the week before. But it really was so cool to me to get to see how the community kind of pulled together through those donations and the support to really have full shelves when students came before Thanksgiving.
So we opened up 2 days, and it was just before break started for Thanksgiving. And we served in those 2 days 90 students. That to me is a real critical indicator of what we need to do at our institution. And so it was toward the end of the semester, it was just before Thanksgiving, and so it was amazing.
That is really amazing, and the fact that you could actually be there for those 90 students in a relatively quick turnaround time. When you're starting something new and you don't know what kind of support you have going into it. So what did that support look like for your launch? Who came to help fill the shelves? Who donated?
All across campus. So with the Pack the Pantry, there's a challenge on campus for different departments to be able to provide food. Kathy Erdman-Becker led that, and then there's a lot of student volunteers from her class and from other classes. I think Honors has a group that also helped contribute. So they went around and gathered all the food, and then we had the pantry open, or the cupboard open, and then we were able to load things up. And I know Amanda was there helping load up the shelves, and that's part of it. So
yeah, loading up all those cans of green beans and corn was like a good squats and arms workout. So it was nice.
What can students find at Jack's Cupboard when they walk in?
Any student is welcome to use the pantry. There's no application. We're not going to grill you about your income or anything. All we ask is that you bring your student ID, and if possible, you bring a reusable bag or a bag you already have, your backpack, whatever that might look like, just so we can reduce waste in that area. But you can come in, bring your student ID, and really you can find everything from ramen to vegetables to cereals to applesauce. I mean, really, it's whatever is donated, but pretty full shelves right now. Currently, we're asking that students take about 7 to 8 items, just to respect the fact that there are other students that will also be using the pantry.
What's the process? You said that students just come in with their student ID and then they just pick 7 or 8 things that they want?
Yep, that's it.
So we have rice and potato. They love the dry potato mix and that kind of thing. But we have pasta sauce, soups and chili and all that kind of thing. So.
Yeah. And we have some dietetic graduate student interns who are working with Jack's Cupboard who actually just a couple weeks ago put together some recipes and put ingredients in a box so you could take the whole box and make a full meal.
So they put together a recipe so in case you don't necessarily know how to mix all of that, then the person can actually do that.
That is really wonderful. It kind of takes the dauntingness out of where am I going to get my food, stressing about how I'm going to make it. They just have it there for you, ready to go. That is wonderful. So is there a limit to how often students can come and use this resource?
Yes, just kind of based on the honor system, we ask that students come just once a day. We're open Wednesdays and Thursdays, 3:30 to 6:30. So in theory, students could be coming to the pantry twice a week.
And we're looking to grow that, but right now, we're trying to determine what the service is needed.
Who can donate to Jack's Cupboard? What do your donors kind of look like? What demographic?
It's everybody. So one of the things that we've done is we've set up 2 locations that people can actively donate. So Housing and Residence Life is one location in Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. They can come in and we've got a designated spot where they can donate. And then we've also put another location at University Police. And so you can donate 24/7 there. And those are the 2 locations right now. But we get offices who decide at some point that they're going to gather items, and then they'll give us a call, and they'll either meet us over there or we'll go get the stuff. We were really excited when Parking Services did the donations for citations in December, and that really brought in a lot of food for the pantry for now that we've had. So it's a variety of things.
Yeah.
Student organizations.
The cool thing about Jack's Cupboard to me is that students can use the pantry, but students are also active in helping run the pantry. So we have had students that just stop by the pantry saying, hey, I'm looking to check it out. Can I drop off donations here in the future? So students who have food, maybe are on a meal plan, whatever that might look like for them, have really shown interest in helping provide food within the pantry.
Because there's another program that we should speak to as well. Aramark works with us in that students who are on the meal plan can donate block meals. And so what they can do is they go over to Card Services, indicate that they want to donate block meals, or anybody on campus, faculty, staff, students, can go and actually give money to Card Services, and then they will allow that to go to some meals, or we actually buy canned goods through Aramark. And so students can donate. So we had over 250 donations of block meals in December, late November, December, that we could then give to other students. And we weren't able to use all of those, but we had a good number of students who really wanted or needed hot meals. They go over to Larson. We put those meals onto their card, and then they can go over and just swipe for a meal.
That is a really great idea because it's more discreet. Like if you don't want people to know that you don't know where your next meal is coming from and you don't want to tell your friends and you want to go eat at Larson's together, you can just swipe your ID.
And some of our students with meal plans already kind of do that. It's like, oh, hey, buddy, you want to go get lunch? I'm out of meals. Well, that's okay. I'll take you because I have extras. There's all of that kind of informal taking care of students by students that's going on, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It sounds like you have a lot of great connections and a lot of support behind this, even though this is, just since July, 6-7 months. So it sounds like you've grown really fast, obviously, here in this short amount of time. Where do you go from here? Do you have any goals or a mission that you're looking to achieve?
So we're working to develop a mission. One of the things that we're trying to do is really work with Amanda and a number of other students to really create this as a student organization and get students serving students with the support of faculty and staff. But I think the thing that we want to do is be qualified to be able to get food from Feeding South Dakota, because we're on a zero budget. Housing Residential Life has allowed us to be in the location where Jack's Cupboard is. We need to get donations on an ongoing manner.
I already mentioned how awesome the faculty and staff have been in really creating this vision, and it all started so fast, and it at least now seems very sustainable. I see this going on for a really long time. I mean, as long as there's a need, I think we'll be here. But just really turning it into a student organization will allow the student involvement to grow, will allow students to care for students for the long term, which I think will be very cool. We mentioned Food Recovery Network, and we are currently in the process of kind of merging the two into the same space. So Food Recovery Network has been going on for several years now. We work with Aramark Catering on campus. They let us know when they have leftovers from a catering event, and we receive those leftovers frozen, and then we notify students, hey, we have frozen meals. You can stop by. Now we're in Jack's Cupboard, so you can stop by Jack's Cupboard anytime between 3 to 5 or whatever time that might be to pick up some frozen meals. And it's growing faster than we had expected. We're planning to do about 3 to 4 recoveries a month this semester. So that is another cool way that students can get involved with Jack's Cupboard and kind of the food insecurity problem on campus.
That is a really good idea. I can't tell you how many times I've been to an event on campus where there's food and you wonder, what happens to that food when we're all done here with our event? Like, where does it go? What does it happen? And now I know. That is a great resource. Why would you say that Jack's Cupboard, the Food Recovery Network, having this resource for students is so important?
As a student on campus, things are just so expensive. South Dakota State is by no means the most expensive university, but when you think about buying textbooks and tuition and living off campus and food, and maybe you want to go to a $5 movie night once in a while, a lot of students hardly have the time to work on top of their full class loads and campus involvement. And so I think when you look at all of those bills that need to be paid, unfortunately, food sometimes gets pushed to the bottom of that list of things you have to pay for. So providing this for students, I think, is a great way for the university to say, we're here for you, we support you. If this is something we can do to help reduce some of your worry or financial concerns, then it kind of seems like the least we can do.
Because the other part with this is that students suffer more from having lower GPAs. There's more of an issue with mental health as well when you're worried about all of this. And so if we can help our students be successful and be healthy at the same time, what a wonderful goal.
Absolutely. Do you know of any other universities that do something like this?
So DSU has contacted us and wondered about our process, and so we shared that information with them. But there's actually a national resource across the country, and it has grown from 0 to over 1,900 or so food pantries for college students.
What are some things that you guys are in need of that people who are looking to donate can bring to you?
We have canned meats. We have, we don't need green beans or corn right now. We've got plenty of that. Rice, beans, any kind of those staples.
Peanut butter,
sauces, jellies, soups, cereals. We also, people need, what's expensive out there are condiments or spices is another thing. We also do accept toiletries, because toiletries is another example of things that are expensive. Yeah. Shampoo goes like this. It's amazing. So shampoo, toilet paper.
Diapers,
because we have graduate students and others who need to have some support in that fashion as well.
Yeah, we're good on ramen and the canned vegetables, we're good. But I mean, really, any donation is a great donation and is a help in our kind of mission of reducing food insecurity on campus. But for me, I've thought a lot when my parents or grandparents are asking, like, oh, we love this. We love that you're doing this. What can we donate? Like we said, monetary donations can always be given at card services, and obviously that is very helpful too, but just really thinking about when you go to the grocery store, what are the non-perishable items that are really the healthiest choices, I think is very beneficial for our students.
And so one thing too is that, fruit, we get canned fruit, but, low sugar would be helpful. We're also trying to do gluten-free items because there's, that's still certainly an issue, and vegetarian. So any of those categories are things that we could utilize.
Absolutely. So you have several ways that people can donate. Just to reiterate those so people know that we've touched on all of those areas. You can donate money at card services. And where can people take food donations?
Food donations can be dropped off in Housing and Residential Life, which is located in Caldwell Hall, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., so when the office is open. Donations can also be dropped off 24/7 at the University Police Department. Non-perishable donations can also be dropped off at Jack's Cupboard when it's open, which currently is 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Any other way people can donate? Like, can students donate block this time of year, or?
They can. They can always donate block. So they can go in now if they want to do that and donate block meals. I know they're probably kind of estimating whether they can or not right now, but
Students can go to card services anytime card services is open and express that they would like to donate block, but they can also donate their flex dollars to Jack's Cupboard. The block will go towards providing students with meals at Larson, and the flex can either go towards providing meals for students at Larson, or that flex that they donate can be used by the members of Jack's Cupboard to purchase food for the cupboard.
So many options for those looking to donate. Thanks so much for being here today, guys, to come and talk about Jack's Cupboard and this large need for food here on campus. This is Between Classes. Thanks for listening.